Breaking news, as Lyon midfielder Rayan Cherki agrees move to Manchester City. Let's get straight into the news. How's it going, guys, and welcome back to the Full Ball Show, your home to all the latest football news and transfer updates. In today's episode, we're going to take a little look at the breaking news we received on X from, I believe it's Santi Ahuna. I'm not really sure how you pronounce his surname, but I believe it's Santi Ahuna, who has now announced that Rayan Cherki, the Lyon midfielder, has actually agreed personal terms with Manchester City, with the citizens actually working on a £35 million deal to bring him to Manchester this season. Obviously, it's a player we know that is set to leave Lyon this summer, so he's definitely going to be on the move, and it seems like Manchester City are now the front runners to sign him. It's a player that's actually been hot on the lips of most of the elite clubs in the world. I believe Barcelona were interested in him, Manchester United, PSG obviously were looking at him as a French talent. So there's been a boatload of elite clubs actually interested in Rayan Cherki. But like I mentioned, it seems like he's actually going to be off to Manchester City very, very soon. And when you consider the price tag, it's actually a very good piece of business by City. They were linked with Morgan Gibbs-White of Nottingham Forest, another attacking midfielder, left-footed attacking midfielder. But I personally believe that Nottingham Forest is probably going to be asking for some ridiculous amount of money to sign him. Arsenal also interested in Gibbs-White. I know we were interested in him last summer, and Forest actually rejected a £50 million bid for Gibbs-White. So you can expect, especially with the improvements they made this year, they're going to want a lot more for someone who's arguably their best player. So it makes sense that City actually moved on and found another target, and now it looks like it's Rayan Cherki. Also, take it into perspective, Liverpool are about to spend, what is it, £120 million or so on Florian Wirtz, and him and Cherki actually, I believe, are the same age. And if you just compare their numbers, they've got very similar numbers. So Florian Wirtz, I think, had about 38 goal contributions last season, about, what was it, 22 goals and 16 assists, whereas Cherki's actually got very, very similar numbers. He's got about 31 or 32 goal contributions. I believe it's 20, no, not 20, I believe it's 12 goals and 19 assists, something like that. So very, very similar numbers, but Cherki's coming at a third or a fourth of the cost that that Wirtz is going for. So just when you consider those two profiles and then the amount that they're getting for you, you can even argue that City are getting the better deal here. Cherki is definitely a player seems like he's been around for a very long time, so it seems like he's supposed to be a lot older than he actually is. I believe he made his debut for Lyon around 16, 17, and he's been a mainstay in the team pretty much ever since. Known for his quick feet, obviously his dribbling, his passing, and also he's definitely good inside the box. He links up play very nicely, and he's got a decent finish on him. Cherki is definitely a very, very good deal for City, and it will just help take them back to where they want to be. Obviously not the best of seasons for Man City, but you do expect them, with the amount of money they generally spend, to get back to winning ways very soon. Another interesting piece on Cherki is that just when you look at his profile, he reminds me a lot of Hatem Ben Arfa. Very, very skillful player. He's a talent beyond belief, and you expect that under the tutelage of Pep Guardiola, he's only gonna hone in on his skills. He's only gonna develop even more. He probably needs to get a little bit more calm on the ball. He needs to bring in that experience side to his game, where he understands when to make certain decisions. Sometimes, like especially with young players, they try to do a lot by themselves. Cherki is no exclusion to that case. But under the tutelage of Pep Guardiola, also having all those world-class players around him, he's the type of player that could just explode onto the scene and really stamp his name as one of the world's best. City tend to do this also with players. They tend to sign players and then just, especially with Pep Guardiola, then just develop them into world beaters. I personally expect to see the same with Cherki. As I mentioned before, a lot of the world's elite teams were interested in him, and he's definitely leaving Lyon this summer. So really, really good business by City once again. Yeah, so that's pretty much City's start of their window. I know they're also interested in Tijani Reinders from AC Milan. That's going to likely to be another one. I believe they're bidding around 50 to 60 million for him. Then who else are City looking at? City possibly Tino Livramento. Almost forgot about him. The Newcastle man, the Newcastle right back. Kyle Walker's leaving this summer, so they're going to be needing a new right back to come in. So Tino Livramento is definitely their first choice right back, and they're also looking at a new left back, Rayan Cherki from Wolves. So they want to get two Ryans, Rayan Cherki and Rayan Cherki into the side. So it's going to be the rain show at City possibly next season. Anyway, guys, what are your thoughts on Man City possibly signing Cherki? As a City fan, would you guys be excited about it? I know you guys have been signing some world class players in general in recent, so maybe for you guys will just feel like one more through the door. But as I mentioned, personally for myself, I think if he ends up coming to Man City, I think he's gonna be a very, very good player for the club. Also, Kevin De Bruyne is leaving, so there's definitely a space for someone like Ryan Cherki to come in and actually play there. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for joining us. As always, don't forget to smash that like button, follow the Football Show for all your latest football news and transfer updates, and leave your comments in the comment section down below. Cheers, guys.